Hey everyone, this is Noobs Before Boobs bringing you my recap and reaction to the EA press conference at E3. So getting right into it, the first game they showed was Garden Warfare, which is a Plants vs. Zombies shooter. It's an Xbox exclusive, and they showed off the four classes, one being a versatile class, one being close range based, one being a healer, and one being a sniper. It looked okay. It seemed kind of weird how they're trying to make like everything a shooter. This was a third-person shooter. It's kind of weird to see. It is an Xbox exclusive, but I don't really see it being system push or anything like that, obviously. But it's just EA trying to push another kind of shooter out there. Now, at the end of that mini presentation, they announced that Peggle 2 will be released later this year. I've never heard of Peggle 1, so that doesn't really affect me. Then they showed Titanfall again, that they had already shown at the Xbox conference. It is Xbox exclusive. It's a first-person shooter. The main, not like gimmick, but concept of the game is that you get Titans like kill streaks that you can move in and out of. You can use them to cover and stuff like that. It's a multiplayer game, strictly multiplayer, that supposedly has like a single player feel to it. So there will be like some story and stuff like that in place. It looks pretty cool. You need to be really hands-on with it to really understand it. So until there's like a demo or something or until it's released, it's really hard to get a grasp of if it's like a COD killer or how good of a shooter it really is. And with like so many shooters that are out there, it's going to be tough to distinguish one above the other. Then there was just a quick teaser trailer about Star Wars Battlefront, which I'm really excited for. I'm a big fan of basically any game Star Wars. Then there was a quick thing about Need for Speed Rivals, which is pretty cool. You can start out in single player, and then with a friend, if you meet up on the map, it can turn into a multiplayer thing, like one being a cop, one being a racer. And it has smart glass integration with it, so like someone can help out the cop being like a helicopter overhead. With the smart glass thing, it's gonna be like you need to be hands-on with it, because it could be cool gameplay innovation, or it could just kind of be like motion control and just be a waste. And with that, they announced Need for Speed movie in 2014 in spring. And then they announced Dragon Age Inquisition for fall 2014. That's to all consoles. I'm not a big Dragon Age fan, so they didn't really show much of it. It was just a quick little teaser trailer to announce that it's in development and on the way. And then they showed NBA Live 14, which is making its return. They put a big emphasis on dribbling and how like the ball's no longer attached to your hand, so there's more moves you can do. And also about NBA Live World, which supposedly updates hourly, so that way the stats of the players are always changing, and it's a ever-changing world that's real as if it was like the NBA world. And then they showed Madden 25, which has a new True Step, which just basically involves more cutting and basically makes like the Juke Step in that more authentic and realistic. There's new player sense, which includes like auto leaping and stuff like that. Supposedly the O-line blocks better now. It can blitz pickup. It can recognize certain players that need to be doubled and stuff like that. The visuals look great on it. And supposedly for the next gen on PS4 and Xbox One, it'll be Adrian Peterson on the cover instead of Barry Sanders, as he was the one that lost Barry Sanders in the cover vote. So it actually seems like they're both going to be able to be on the cover. And then FIFA came out. I'm not a big FIFA fan. I like only playing it once in a while if a friend comes over and brings it. But they just talked about like living stadiums and stuff like that, with like pro instincts and precise movements, basically just expanding on what's there. That's throughout this fall. Then there's the new UFC game, which is supposedly more authentic. You really feels like you're being punched in the face kind of thing. One of the coolest things about it was just how they had a drop-down mic with it. Then there was Battlefield 4, where there's this more smart glass thing, where it's like your command mode, which is bird's eye view, where supposedly you can tell the squad what to do and you can help them out. But being an online game, unless it's your friends, I don't really see being commando mode being that great. Be like, hey, you, go cover B. They'll be like, fuck you, I'm a sniper, I'm not moving. But it's Battlefield, it's destructible as ever, and probably one of the coolest things that actually occurred during any of the press conferences was when one of the skyscrapers actually came down. It was really cool to see. Obviously, I doubt you can do this for all skyscrapers. It's one of those special ones, but even like seeing a skyscraper fall down in a multiplayer game while still being played, that's really impressive to see. And then Mirror Edge 2 just got teased to please the fans. I haven't played the first one, but apparently for those that have, it's a pretty big hit. Overall, the games looked pretty good. They were mainly running on EA Sports Ignite engine for the sports games and Frostbite 3 for like Battlefield. The games looked crisp, as you'd expect, being mainly next gen that they were showing off. I was surprised to not see any Mass Effect, as Bioware has been open about doing new Mass Effect games set in the universe either ahead or behind the Shepard one, and kind of sucked not being Canadian, not seeing a new NHL feature or anything like that, but I expected it. Overall, there's some good games. I liked seeing some more Titanfall gameplay, like the Star Wars Battlefront. Some of the sports games, were kind of compelling, and Battlefield 4 looked okay. I mean, it looked okay for a shooter. It's just there's so many, it's going to be tough to really distinguish above the rest unless you like COD. But it was an okay conference. Overall, I'd probably give it a 7.5. If you have any questions or what you thought the conference should have been rated, leave them in the comments below. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching and have a good day.